Assalamu alaikum, this is Chaudhry Sama, welcoming you all to Evening News. Bangladeshi photographer and human rights activist Shahidul Alam is being taken to Turkey from Israel in a flight. The Chief Advisor Press Wing confirmed the update in the afternoon. The press statement said a flight took off from Israel this afternoon with renowned activist Shahidul Alam among passengers. Citing Turkish sources, the press wing said the flight is expected to land in Istanbul 5:30 p.m. Bangladeshi time. Chief Advisor Professor Muhammad Yunus thanked Turkish President Erdogan for his cooperation in securing the release of Shahidul Alam and his repatriation from Israel. Shahidul and several other rights activists traveling abroad, the Freedom Flotilla Coalition's humanitarian mission to Gaza, were detained and transferred to Ketziot prison in Israel. Meanwhile, Palestinians are beginning to return to Gaza's north as the Israeli military says a ceasefire is now in effect. Forces have pulled back to the lines agreed under the Trump plan, the IDF says, but will continue to remove any immediate threat. Hamas now has 72 hours to release all Israeli hostages, while Israel will release hundreds of Palestinian detainees. It comes after the Israeli government approved the first phase of Trump's ceasefire and hostage return deal. Under the deal, aid trucks are expected to start surging in to help Gaza's 2 million people, most of whom have been displaced. Israeli troops began withdrawing to an agreed position within the Strip, with the IDF confirming in the last few moments that a ceasefire is now in place. Venezuelan democracy activist and opposition leader Maria Corina Machado won the Nobel Peace Prize 2025. Machado, a 58-year industrial engineer who lives in hiding, was blocked in 2024 by Venezuela's courts from running for president and thus challenged President Nicolas Maduro, who has been in power since 2013. When authoritarians seize power, it is crucial to recognize courageous defenders of freedom who rise and resist, the Norwegian Nobel Committee said in its citation. The committee chose to focus on Venezuela at this time in a year dominated by U.S. President Donald Trump's repeated public statements that he deserves the Nobel Peace Prize. The UN Human Rights Office congratulates Nobel Peace Prize winner Maria Corina Machado.
She is receiving the Nobel Peace Prize for her tireless work promoting democratic rights for the people of Venezuela, and for her struggle to achieve a just and peaceful transition from dictatorship to democracy.
India will reopen its embassy in the Afghan capital that was shut 4 years ago. Indian Foreign Minister Subramaniam Jaishankar said on Friday a significant move that expands the diplomatic links of the country governed by the Taliban. Now, Delhi's announcement came as Afghan Taliban Foreign Minister Amir Khan Muqtadi began talks with Jaishankar on what is the first visit to India by a Taliban leader since 2021. India had closed its embassy in Kabul after the Taliban seized power following the withdrawal of US-led NATO forces, but opened a small mission a year later to facilitate trade, medical support and humanitarian aid. About a dozen countries, including China, Russia, Iran, Pakistan and Turkey, have embassies operating in Kabul, although Russia is the only country to have formally recognized the Taliban administration. Dhaka University Emerita Professor Syed Manzurul Islam has passed away. Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi rajiun. The educationalist and fiction writer breathed his last at 5 p.m. in a Dhaka private hospital. On 3rd October, the translator was admitted to the hospital. After initial tests, doctors informed that he had suffered a massive heart attack. 2 stents were placed during surgery. As his condition deteriorated, he was placed on life support. After some improvement, he has taken off life support. As his condition worsened again, he was put back on life support. But his breath never returns in the world. Born in 1951 in Sylhet, he studied English at Dhaka University. Later, he became faculty of the same department. Expressing concern over uncertainty surrounding the upcoming national elections, BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir said that no amount of reform will bear fruit if elections do not take place. Speaking at a commemorative event marking the 35th martyrdom anniversary of Shohid Nazruddin Jihad at the Institution of Engineers, Dhaka, Fakhrul alleged that the administration was being manipulated for political gain. He also dismissed accusations that the BNP had denied any political party the right to use its symbol, stating that no such restrictions had been imposed.
26 ফেব্রুয়ারিতে আমাদের নেতা তারেক রহমান এবং প্রধান উপদেষ্টা ইউনূস সাহেবের সঙ্গে যে আলোচনা করার পরে নির্বাচনের যে সময় নির্ধারিত হয়েছে সেই সময়ে নির্ধারিত নির্বাচন হবে, অন্যথা নির্বাচন হবে না। অর্থাৎ নির্বাচন তখনই হতে হবে। 1, 2 আমলাতন্ত্রকে কোনো একটি নির্দিষ্ট দলের পকেটে নেওয়ার চেষ্টা করা হচ্ছে, এটাকে আমরা কোনো মতেই বরদাস্ত করব না। সম্পূর্ণ নিরপেক্ষ আমলাতন্ত্র থাকতে হবে, সরকার থাকতে হবে নির্বাচনের সময়।
Ahead of the scheduled signing of the July Charter, Jamaat Islami Secretary General Mia Gholam Parwar has urged political leaders to uphold the nation's aspirations by reaching consensus on adopting a peer electoral system. At a separate rally, Islami Andolan leader Syed Faizul Karim alleged that certain quarters were attempting to undermine unity among Islamist parties. Meanwhile, 7 Islamic-oriented political parties, including Jamaat, held rallies and processions across Dhaka on Friday, demanding legal recognition of the July Charter and the introduction of peer-based elections. With the 13th National Parliamentary election drawing closure, political tensions continue to rise. In a dramatic form of protest, NCP Central leader Hassan Abdullah released fish into potholes on the Debiddar Chandina road in Kumilla to draw attention to its appalling condition. Standing at the Kachishar Bajar section of the road, the July Uprising leader said a young man had recently lost his life in a road accident caused by the poor condition of the route. Local residents said the 15-kilometer road which connects the Dhaka-Chittagong and Kumilla-Sylhet highways has become nearly impassable, riddled with large craters and potholes. Frequently, accidents have made travel perilous, causing severe hardships for commuters. The body of Abdul Hamid, the only July movement activist to die in a UAE prison, has arrived in Chattogram. His remains were transported to his ancestral home in Raujan after arriving at Shah Aman International Airport. Hamid, who was the sole breadwinner for his family, reportedly suffered a fatal heart attack on 22nd September while detained in a UAE prison for joining the protest there to express solidarity with the uprising in the homeland. Women's World Cup news. Bangladesh score 153 runs, losing 4 wickets after 40 overs against New Zealand. Brooke Holiday scored 69, which helped the Kiwis to build the innings. Bangladesh's Rabia Khan grabbed 2 wickets, while Fatima Khatun took 1.
A little bit of width. And it's a fast outfield. Wide.
Before ending, let's have a look on the Crown 7 headlines once again. Detained Shahidul Alam being taken to Turkey from Israel, says press secretary. Venezuelan democracy activist Maria Corina Machado wins Nobel Peace Prize, snubbing Trump. India restores full diplomatic ties with Afghanistan, upgrades Kabul mission to embassy. And that's all from the newsroom for now. To know updates, videos of this bulletin, visit our website www.ntvbd.com. Besides, visit our YouTube and verified Facebook page for updates over NTV's all popular programs and bulletins. Our next bulletin, Shundar Khabor, will be aired in Bangla at 7:30 p.m. Thank you for being with us. Have a good time.